I'm Jason York. Thanks for joining me on the New York Sports Report show. Last night, Game 3, Vancouver Canucks lay an egg big time. I don't know where to begin, and this has been sort of a long journey for the Vancouver Canucks in terms of how they play hockey. They've never played probably more than 25 60-minute games in their history. And that's a true knock. Like, that is a true knock. Writers, columnists, TV reporters that have been watching this team for over 30 years, they just are beside themselves today. The Canucks come out last night in 20 minutes, set the tone. You got a rambunctious, great crowd, a few meatheads in the crowd booing the Canadian anthem, which never is cool with me. I don't care where you are, don't boo someone's anthem. It's just stupid. But leave it to some American fans that just have their heads so far still up their ass. It's just a bummer. I like LA. I like the States. I've got no qualms with the States. Yeah, they're a little bossy and inconsiderate sometimes with other countries and all that stuff. But anyways, I'm not even going to get into that. But they start booing last night. Anyways, Canucks come out, they set the tone, they start banging, they start laying out concussions left and right, tweak Drew Doughty's knee, and after everyone's hurt and goes to the dressing room, the Canucks decide to let up. And that's a common trend for the Vancouver Canucks. That's always been a common trend. This is something that isn't new. This isn't a concern, well, oh geez, let's nip this in the butt. The Canucks stink and they suck. They can never play 60 minutes, and that's why they get the suck mark today. They get a big F. Well done, you goofs. Totally. Dustin Brown slowly is starting to incorporate his style into the game. But again, the atmosphere last night was awesome, and that is, it's sad because the Canucks almost washed the fans out of that game, almost washed the Kings out of that game, and they can't do anything. Because guys like Dustin Brown slowly starting to come around. Simmons had a better game last night. Ryan Smith, I mean, this guy gets, boom, elbowed, or more or less his shoulder to the boards, cracks his head on the boards, and then comes back. He gets off the ice with two referees, and he still comes back and has a killer game, a great game, getting in the way of Roberto Luongo and all that stuff, and deflecting and shooting oddball pucks and going in and all that stuff. He's showing up, he's suiting up. It'd be nice if a Canuck player could do that for 60 minutes. If this team can ever put 60 minutes together, they might win. But anyways, Edler, Bernier, Bieksa, O'Brien, they came out in the first period. They were feisty. They were in everyone's face. And then again, it just disappeared. Not impressed one bit with this team. The big news last night in the game, though, was the goal that Daniel Sedin deflected off his skate. He's coming in, he's hitting the brakes, he's trying to hit the brakes on a turn. As I'm sitting here, I'm doing it, and my foot turns automatically. I mean, it's just so stupid. I don't know what Chris King has up his ass, if it's a resentment because he played for the Winnipeg Jets, and the Vancouver Canucks knocked him out a couple times. But, I mean, it's just a horse crap call. Just brutal call. Canucks come back, score another goal. About a minute and a half, 2 minutes later, it could have been 4-4. Who knows what would have happened out of that. But the Canucks let this one sort of more or less just wallow away, and Roberto Luongo did get yanked last night. So I mean, this is a large piece of the puzzle for the future, is it not? And this guy's been yanked how many times this year? I mean, Mike Gillis, to me, is really starting to come across only as a salesman. Mike Gillis is a great salesman. I like Mike Gillis. I like his sort of tone, his demeanor, Mike Gillis is a little bit like Brian Burke, just a bit. They're both, they have that truculent sort of demeanor about them, and I like it. I don't mind that. Burke, he mucked it up a little bit. He liked the show and all that stuff. Gillis, I don't think Gillis is one for the media and all that stuff, but he tries to take care of business, and he tries to take care of business in a swift way, but he's a patient guy. But also, folks, he's a salesman. He's an agent. Let's don't forget, Mike Gillis used to be an agent, so he knows how to sell players, he knows how to sell teams, he knows how to sell anything with Vancouver Canuck colors, and he's done it. He sold us Ryan Kessler, he sold us the Sedins, he sold us Roberto Luongo, and we bought it. You know, we didn't buy it, but in some sense, we bought it. And now everyone in the media, all the Sedins are going to be great. They're so much more mature now. they're gonna be unbelievable in the playoffs. Well, I said it, folks. If the Sedins take more than 2 nights off, or take more than 2 nights off in each series, they're toast. They've taken 2 nights off already, so it's going to be interesting to see what happens in Game 4. Ryan Kessler is invisible, absolute invisible. I haven't seen him anywhere. I mean, last night, yes, he was involved in a goal with Mason Raymond, and that was great work by Ryan Kessler, but that needs to happen every single shift. That needs to happen every single game. These are the playoffs. Everyone in the media is going off about the parity and the salary cap and how it causes the parity to be much better and all that stuff. Did I just say bitty bitty bitty? What was that guy's name off Battlestar Galactica? Or whatever that should be. Bitty 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 bitty, whatever. Twiggy? I don't know. But anyways, the point is that the parity of the NHL today, because of the cap, it's such a better game now. They're faster, they're more talented, they're more skilled, they're more ferocious, and now because of the cap, and now that there's this parity, more teams are better because of it. Flat out, the NHL playoffs, this first round is the best we've seen in 10 years, easily. More hitting, more physical play, more intensity, and the teams that are playing that sort of neutral trap forechecking game, it still sucks. But they're in the playoffs, and they're dogfighting. Nashville against Chicago, they're in a dogfight. Antti Niemi the other night stood on his head, big time saves. But anyways, we'll do a show tomorrow. We'll talk about the Hawks and the Predators in Game 3. Pardon me. That Game 3 takes place tonight in Nashville. I'm Jason York. Thanks for watching. Roberto Luongo. Nice captaincy. Captaincy. That's our captain? Oh, geez.